Hello, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Doll Collector, and today I have with me Mia, aka Winterish Allure, and she is a stock doll that came out, I believe, in December of 2015. I have already done a video that talks about where to buy Blythe dolls, both the fakies and the real stock dolls like this girl. But this is a sort of a continuation of that video because purchasing a new release stock doll is a little bit different than just buying one that's already been released. And by release, I mean that Takara, the company that manufactures these dolls, they come out with a new doll almost every month. Not all the time, it seems like, but almost every month they have a new doll. Right now, when I'm filming this, there is a doll that has just been sort of announced that's going to come out in August of 2016. That's an anniversary doll, and on the various Facebook groups, people are talking about her and thinking, do they want to get her or not? But almost every month there seems to be a new doll. So yes, and of course, like most collectors, you want all of the dolls, right? Or whatever you're collecting, you want all of whatever you're collecting, and you have to pick and choose what appeals to you, what speaks to you, what you can afford to, of course. And the way that you purchase these new releases, though, is a little bit different than if they've already come out. Because if they've already come out and they're available, and you go to a website like CC Toys, which I mentioned again in that other video that I'll either link it in here someplace and/or add into the comments, because if you watch this on something like an iPad or your phone, you're not going to see those links. It's not already in the shop for you to buy, how do you buy this doll, right? It's not totally out on the market yet. They announce it ahead of time. They usually announce it at least a month in advance. Obviously, the one for August, it's a special anniversary doll that's coming out, and so they're hyping that, and it's kind of pricey. It's a $300 doll, and I don't know. She's got more stuff with her, and it is a pretty doll, but I'm not like, I wasn't like, yeah, I gotta get her no matter what. That's $300. I have to really think about it. So and I mean, I kind of really think about all of the dolls that I acquire, but with the new releases, it's kind of tricky because if they're really popular, they can sell out and then you don't get one. So if you're like, well, I don't know, and then you decide, yes, I really want her, and then she's not there, you're out of luck. I haven't really seen that happen, but I've heard people say it does happen. Another issue with new releases is they will come out at a certain price, and sometimes if you wait a few months and they're popular, the price will go up. And so if you didn't purchase her, that doll at the lower price, that's a bummer. Okay? But so how do you buy a doll that isn't even available yet? That's basically the topic of this video. And there's a couple of different ways depending on the vendor that is selling the new release. Junie Moon, which is a vendor that sells dolls that doesn't have a ton of dolls, but they're probably one of the better known vendors of Blythe dolls. They will usually have, not always, but they will usually have what they call a lottery, and you apply to be part of the lottery, and then if you get picked, you are lucky enough to buy the doll when the doll comes out. If you are not picked, they will not sell you the doll. Too bad. Now with Junie Moon, another issue with them is that sometimes I've seen that the prices tend to be pretty reasonable, or I'll say lower than some other places like CC Toys, but you don't know the exact shipping cost until you actually purchase the doll. So that could be a factor. That could be another, if you're in the US, at least probably $25 extra that you have to consider. So that's not always possible. The lottery issue is, sometimes they only have a certain number of dolls that they're going to get from Takara, and so it's a pot luck. Either you're going to get to buy it or you don't. With CC Toys, they usually have the new releases, and they don't have a lottery, but it's first come first serve. So I'm trying to say. So if the doll is super popular and you buy it from CC Toys as a pre-order, it's a pre-order. You're not going to get it right away. Then and their pre-orders sell out. They know they're going to get, say they know they're going to get 100 dolls, and they have sold pre-orders of 100, and they are not going to get doll 101. You miss out. You will not be able to buy the doll from them at that point in time. So, for example, this doll came out, I said, in December. She was announced in November, and so I had to cough up the money for her in November, and then wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I can't remember exactly when in December, but I don't think it was early December. I think it was still, because the thing is too with them, they're in Hong Kong, so even if you just consider the fact that they have to ship her to me, that's usually a couple of weeks added to when they get the doll. So it was kind of well into December before I actually got her in my hands. So that's kind of a long time. You're basically coughing that money up and waiting a couple of months possibly for the product that you purchased. Okay, so you just have to be aware of that. But the thing is with the new releases, that's how it works. That's and another thing is you don't always see the doll right away. This is something that amazes me. The company sends out a drawing, a colored drawing of what the doll's going to look like, and you see that for a few weeks, and then at some point photographs come out of the doll, which is very helpful because sometimes from a drawing you don't know for exactly the exact color of hair. Like her hair was in the drawing quite a bit darker than in real life. Her hair is quite light, really. It's a beautiful color. I like it better than the drawing. I actually waited though. You can, again, you're kind of rolling the dice, because if something's super popular and people are freaking out over this doll and everybody's buying her, and you say, oh, I'm going to wait till I actually see the photographs, you might miss out. Like I said, so far I've not seen it actually happen, because I wondered when I first started, collecting it, people were like, oh my God, the new doll, oh, we gotta get it, I'm ordering it now, I want to make sure I get it. And I asked people about it, like, so if I don't order this doll right now, even though they don't show you what the doll actually looks like other than a drawing, I might not be able to buy this doll later. And yes, that is exactly what could happen. Also, what could happen is the doll's going to cost more. However, I've also seen the opposite happen. I've also seen fairly new releases still available months later, and the prices go down. It all depends on the popularity. As an example, I'm trying to remember the name of the doll, but there's a really cute doll that has an adorable pirate outfit. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments here, or put it in my comment here, maybe in the comments below. Or if you remember, let me know. But she's got a cat, like this adorable hat. She even has like a little skull on one of her eyes, and her eyes are purple, so I really love the purple eyes. And I've thought about getting her actually, but supposedly her hair is a hot mess. And which honestly doesn't really deter me that much now that I've gotten a few of these dolls. At first it would have at one point, but now that I have a few, I'm kind of okay with that. I know I can either fix it, or if it's really curly, that's how curly hair is. Curly hair is crazy, right? So yeah, so that doesn't bother me so much, but her hair is very similar to the color of a couple dolls I already have, and I really like the idea of having a variety, even though my collection is not huge by any means. I've gotten to the point where I have enough now that I want to have a variety of dolls, and so I don't want to have a doll that practically has the same exact hair color of a doll I already have. But anyway, she is actually on sale, and she's come down quite a bit from her original price, I believe. So that can also happen. It can go up, it can go down. You don't know. So yeah, so if you want to pre-order a doll, that's what happens. The new releases are pre-order only, usually for a certain amount of time. That puts you in line to get it before other doll collectors get it, and ensure that you get that doll at that price as soon as it comes out, as soon as it's available, and they can ship it to you. Otherwise, you have to wait. Which again, like I said, I have not seen one doll so far, and I started collecting the Blythes last summer, so it's almost been a year since I've been collecting these particular types of dolls, and so far I have not seen a doll that has come out that everybody went so crazy over that you could not get the doll for basically the same price, maybe a little bit more, but not like $100 more or something like that. So I have not seen that happen, but I have heard of it happening. And there are dolls that are so popular that like was it? I was going to say Winterish Allure, but there's a similar doll looking to her. Venture Arden. That's what I'm thinking of. She is so popular that I have seen her now for sale used for like $1,000. Yeah. And I don't know how much she was originally, but I'm guessing she was probably in the $150 to $200 range when she came out. So that happens. She's a very popular doll. She has really interesting hair. She's a very pretty. Her face up is really pretty too. I mean, I see why she's popular. I would never pay $1,000 for her, but I can understand the allure of that doll, and that can happen. So you really don't know. I have seen dolls, like I said, go up in price. I think the Alice doll that came out a few months ago, I think she came out. I want to say she came out before this doll. I don't remember for sure, but she came out in the last few months, and yes, but her price has gone up a little bit. I've noticed, but the prices fluctuate, so it just kind of depends. But if you're interested in the new releases, I find out about them usually through Facebook groups. Like there's a Blythe Facebook group, Blythe World you can get on, and somebody will go over there and announce it, and maybe put the pictures up and everybody can talk about it and that kind of thing. So that's usually how you find out. You can also go to Junie Moon, and CC Choice will put stuff up when they have the pre-orders available. And you'll find a description of the doll there too, the type of mold, the color of hair, the color of eyes, all that good stuff. But otherwise, yeah, just be prepared that you will have to order it without possibly seeing it. I did for her. I waited till the pictures came out, and I was okay. I was kind of nervous because I did really want her, and I was thinking, ooh, what if I wait and if I wait and the pictures, the photographs come out, but after the illustration. And then I really want her, and I can't get her. That's going to be a bummer. But I was okay. So for me personally, I want to see the photos before I'm ready to spend that kind of money. That's my personal thing. Some people are okay with the images, with the drawings, but that's something you kind of have to make a personal decision about. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, of course, add them to the comments. If you have a question, I'm sure somebody else does. As usual, I appreciate a thumbs up and a share and subscribing. Have a wonderful Dolly Day. Thank you for watching.